Good morning, students. We are studying motion and time. Today we will discuss about measurement of speed. We already have done how to measure distance and how to measure time period. Now we will know about how to measure speed. Okay, this is part 6. First of all, recall all the units of time. We all know 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute. 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour. 24 hours is equal to 1 day. 7 days is equal to 1 week. 4 weeks plus 0 means 28 days, means February. 4 weeks plus 1 is equal to 29, means leap year. 4 weeks plus 2 means 30 days. And 4 weeks plus 3 is equal to 31 days, means 1 month. All are 1 month. 12 months is equal to 1 year. 100 years is equal to 1 century, means 100 years. 10 centuries is equal to 1 millennium. Plus microseconds, 1 second is equal to 60 microseconds. In order to measure short times interval for some events such as race, laboratory experiment, stop clock or stopwatches are used as they can measure the time up to 1/10 of a second. Means 1 second is again divided into 10 parts. This is done by stop clock and stopwatches. Here is a image of stop clock. Now come to do you know. Earth has been split into different time zones. It means when you have morning in one part of the earth, there will be night in the other part. Here is a picture of different time zone of the earth, world time zone. Now come to the main point, measuring speed. We have done already measured speed, because speed is equal to distance traveled by time taken. By now we know how to measure the distance traveled by an object, and we also know how to measure time taken by the object to travel that distance. Therefore, we can measure the speed of an object by measuring the distance travelled divided by time taken. Let us do some activity to understand measuring the speed of an object. You can also do this. To measure the speed of a rolling ball. Requirement: a ball and a chalk. Make a group of 5 people, means make a group of 5 friends. Draw a straight line on the ground with a white chalk. Let your friend gently roll a ball along the ground in a straight line. Note the time at the instant when the ball crosses the white line, which you have done by white chalk. The point when ball crosses the line and the instant when it comes to rest, both the times. Measure the distance between the line and point where it stops. And meanwhile, you have to calculate the time interval also by using a stop clock. during which the ball covers this distance from the white line to the where ball stops. Then using the formula for speed is equal to distance by time. Now you know the distance. You can measure it by a measuring tape, and the time by using a stop clock. You will get the speed of the rolling ball. Ask each person, each friend to carry out the same steps and find the speed of the ball. You can note down your observation in the following table and compare all the 5 results. You can do it by yourself at home also. This is another activity, same as the earlier, which we have just learned above. We will now measure the speed of a ball moving along the ground by performing a simple activity. It is very simple. You need only a ball and a chalk. Draw a straight line on the ground with chalk powder or lime. Lime means chuna. Ask your friend to stand about a meter away from this line with a ball in his hand. Keep a watch or stopwatch ready in your hand. Ask your friend to roll the ball gently along the ground in the direction perpendicular. Means it should make a T shape to the chalk, and note the time at the moment the ball crosses the chalk line. And you are standing behind at a distance of 1 meter. The ball will move a certain distance on the ground and then come to rest. Note the time again when ball just stops that point. Measure the distance from the chalk line to the point where the ball stops by using a measuring tape or a scale. This will give you a distance covered by the ball. The difference in the two time reading will give the time taken by the moving ball to cover this distance. By using stop clock, divide the distance covered, because you know speed is equal to distance by time. So divide the distance covered by the ball by time taken to cover this distance, and this will give you the speed of the ball. Suppose the distance covered by the ball on the ground is measured to be 4 meter and 5 centimeter, maybe 50 centimeter. And the time taken by the ball to move this distance is measured 9 seconds. It is just you suppose. We can calculate the speed of the ball. Distance 4 meter 50 centimeter. You can also write 4.50 meter. And time taken 9 seconds. So, speed is equal to time covered or time taken divided by, speed is equal to distance covered divided by time taken. Our distance is 4.50 meter and time is 9 seconds. Just calculate this. You will find 0.5 meter per second, because our distance is in meter and time is in second. So we will write 0.5 meter per second, and thus the speed of this ball is found to be 0.5 meter per second. Hope you have understood. These are not in your book, but just for your knowledge. Name of the animal and maximum speed. Snail, 0.0018 kilometer per hour. It slowest, I think, speed. tortoise 0.216 kilometer per hour, human walking 8 kilometer per hour, mouse, rat 11 kilometer per hour, squirrel 19 kilometer per hour, blue fish 40 to 46 kilometer per hour, human sprinter, fast runner 40 kilometer per hour, rabbit 56 kilometer per hour, cheetah 112 kilometer per hour, falcon 320 kilometer per hour. Falcon is the fastest animal creature of the earth. This is just for your knowledge. A balance wheel, these are all examples of pendulum. A balance wheel and hair spring arrangement is a modified pendulum. Not very popular. It has a spring. And this is a winding table clock. You must have seen. And this is winding wrist watch. These are quartz. A non-digital quartz watch and a digital quartz watch. You all have seen this. Okay, that's all for today. In the next class, we will learn about graphs, graphical representation of speed. Okay, thank you so much. Ask any problem.